wait to read all that song. Can't wait to read. I can't wait to read.
San Francisco 49ers defensive coordinator had some things to say about Shedeur Sanders. And Shedeur Sanders going viral, a good deed that he's doing in the community for Thanksgiving. And also we're going to talk about the future of the Colorado football team running back coach Marshall Faulk. What's next for him? Right here on Sports Talk with B. Watts. Do me a favor. Do me a solid. Hit my like button. Comment in the comment section and subscribe to my channel if you don't mind. Oh man, I appreciate that. Look here. The San Francisco 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan had some good things to say about Shedeur Sanders and his father, Deion Sanders. But the press conference that caught my eye was what the defensive coordinator had to say. That's Robert Saleh. Boy, he said that Shedeur and this offense, but it might be the Pope thing in football way he described. Boy, he was talking about Quinshawn Junkin. He talking about the wide receivers. He talking about everybody. And then he said something about Shedeur Sanders that stood out to me. So I'm going to pause right now and let you hear what the defensive coordinator had to say about this upcoming game with the Cleveland Browns and Shedeur Sanders as the starting quarterback, the defensive coordinator.
What kind of challenge does Shedeur Sanders present, and how is the Browns' offense different with him at quarterback?
We only have a game and a half to go off of, but they're going to run the ball. No one's really giving the young man attention, and that's the back. I mean, he's freaking good. I don't want to mispronounce his name. Number 10, he's really good. Jerry Judy's really good. They've gotten Malachi Corley involved. The rookie tight end's doing a really nice job. So they're a really good offense. They've got a style to them. Shedeur, he came in over the last week and a half. Like, his off-schedule stuff is going to be a problem. You could already tell that. As he gets comfortable in what they're asking him to do, he's only going to get better because you could tell how important it is to him and how much work he's going to put into it. And a guy who's as gifted as he is, both physically and mentally, and with the confidence he has, you just know he's going to get better. So they'll evolve as an offense. I wish I could tell you exactly what it's going to be. We have an idea of what it's going to be on Sunday, but I'm sure they're going to keep adding little wrinkles to help him grow as a football player, and we're just going to have to be great in those moments and play good, sound, fundamental football.
Watch any of his college tape?
No, it's for style of play, which we're already familiar with. Just going through the evaluation process, our scouts do a phenomenal job just giving us a rundown of who he was as a college player. But usually he's going to play within the structure. His style of play shows up, but what they're asking him to do and within the structure of the offense will be what Cleveland is.
That's the San Francisco 49ers defensive coordinator who's in charge of their defense. When you look at the San Francisco 49ers defense, for as talent-wise, they're a very good football team. They got some players over there can hunt. But the key thing is they missing two of their top players on the defensive side of the ball. That's the middle linebacker and Fred Warner, one of the best linebackers that's in the NFL. And they missing their defensive end, Bosa. That's a big-time loss for San Francisco 49ers. Now, the San Francisco 49ers, they haven't beaten Cleveland Browns in Cleveland in a while. I think it's been over about 10 years. So, they march in here this Sunday to take on Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns football team. Three things I'm going to be looking for in this game. I want to see what type of plays will they call for Shedeur in this game. Now, I hear the weatherman and what they talking about the weather. The wind going to be high. It's going to be cold. It could be raining. And it possibly could be snowing. But I ain't worried about that because we don't see Shedeur play at a high level in the rain at Colorado. So he used to the weather. I just want to see how will they open up the offense for Shedeur since the last game. How far would they let him go in operating this offense? Would they let him push the ball downfield, where they let him throw the ball on first and second down, because last game they ran majority of the plays on first and second down was running plays. And then Shedeur had to pull a rabbit out of the hat on third down because they didn't move the change on first and second down because of, the deficiencies of their offensive line. They couldn't push their men downfield for another so their running back can make some yardage. And that puts Shedeur at a disadvantage. When you 3rd and 8, when you 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 15, 3rd and 20, that allowed their defense to hunt. I'm serious. They allowed that defense to come at you, and your mental clock is going off. I know I got to get rid of the football. So it's going to be hard for you to complete a first down if you can't, gain any progress on first and second down. On first and second down, if you can't gain no progress and stay above the change, that third down gonna be impossible. And that's why Shedeur had to go off the script. Yeah, he got the freelance back there. He got to make time in the pocket to get a first down when you're 3rd and 10, when you're 3rd and 15, and 3rd and 20. So he had to move around in the pocket to give his wide receiver enough chance to get downfield so they can move the chain. So that's one of the key things I'm going to be looking at the play calling. Will they allow Shedeur throw the ball on first and second down? Number 2, when they're in the red zone, will they keep Shedeur Sanders in the game? Let him stay in the game. That's the only way he can get better. Then you can know that when you're looking at Shedeur and you're trying to find a franchise quarterback, can Shedeur operate in the red zone? Let us see. Can he throw a touchdown in the red zone? We already know he can. I know it's important for them to win the game. I understand Quinshon Judkins can run the ball when you're down in the 5-yard lines or below. I get that. Take a quarterback off the field, add an extra lineman or a tight end so you can block and trying to score and win. But I would like to see Shedeur Sanders operate in the red zone in this game coming up against the against their opponent, the San Francisco 49ers. That's the second thing I'm gonna be looking at. The third thing I'm gonna be looking at, how much pressure can the defense put on the San Francisco 49ers offense? Yeah, I'm serious. How much pressure can Myles Garrett and the rest of this defense put on their quarterback? Remember, the last game that San Francisco played, their quarterback, Purdy, threw 3 interceptions. 3 interceptions. Now, they got a good running back. I don't think he's going to be able to run the ball on us, but his threat going to be them screen passes. They're going to throw the ball to him on them screen passes. So, who will be assigned to him? Will they put the middle linebacker on him, Swayzer? Will they let him go wherever he go? You go. That's the place I would do. That's what I would do. Wherever they running back go, I want my linebacker to go. Because I think he can cover him out of the backfield. I really do. He can be a spy on him. So those are the 3 keys that I'm going to be looking for when it comes to this game upcoming Sunday. It is. I believe we're going to be all right. I believe the Cleveland Browns will leave this game with a lead and with a win. I really do. Shedeur Sanders' numbers will be better than they was the last game. My dog locked in. I know he locked in. This is his game. Coming back home to play in front of the Cleveland crowd. Man, you remember when they put Shedeur in 2 weeks ago at Cleveland? You saw the reaction? Did you hear the reaction? It's going to be much louder than that this weekend. Boy, you got Big Boy in town. He going to be performing at halftime. Oh, man, this going to be the Super Bowl. This gonna be like a Super Bowl, man. It's gonna be exciting. I can't wait to see that game when it comes on. Also, Shedeur Sanders is giving back to the community. He teamed up with some of the Cleveland Browns football players. They giving back at a food bank, as you can see right there.
Tuesday, the Browns staff and players packed the Greater Cleveland Food Bank, volunteering inside the market as families picked up fresh produce and Thanksgiving fixings.
Yep, I've been here
That's
before.
Shedeur Sanders giving
And I've
back to the
actually never
community
seen
once
it
again
this
through a
well
food
stocked.
bank.
Is
You heard the
Shedeur
lady,
here?
she said,
Turns
"Is
out
Shedeur
he
here?"
was, and she got to meet him and grab a picture on her
That's
way
the
out.
It's very cool, and
that's the effect
just
that
grateful.
Shedeur have on the community. Everybody, it don't matter, young, middle age, old, everybody is rooting for Shedeur to succeed because they don't like the way he was treated in that draft. They just don't like it. The good old boys really put their foot on Shedeur's neck, and the people, and I'm saying the people in the community, they just didn't like that, and that's why they rooting for that kid. That's why they rooting for this young man. Well, my last topic is Marshall Faulk. I want to say congratulations to Marshall Faulk. He's been named the head coach of Southern University. That's a HBCU. He will be the head coach of Southern University football team this upcoming year. He did a great job for Coach Prime and the Colorado football team this year. He had several running backs that looked good. And then again, he had about 3 or 4 of them was injured. But the overall running back group looked pretty good this year. And because of Marshall Faulk, of what he taught them, I'm sure they can take that lesson that they learned from him to another level. So congratulations to Marshall Faulk. He was named the head coach of the Southern University football team this past week. All right. Hey, want to give a shout out to all of y'all who said Happy Thanksgiving in my last video. You can see up there on the screen some of the people that shouted out back to me and said Happy Thanksgiving to me and to everyone, not just me, to everyone who watched the video and everyone who was putting comments in the comment section also. You see some names that I'm familiar with during my live show. Appreciate them. I see all of y'all. I love CC. I see Kimberly Nash Williams. Yeah, I see several of y'all that I'm familiar with. Sabrina, I see her. Miss Carolyn Shepard, I seen her. Mr. Mayan. Did I see Mr. Mayan? No, that was A1 Sport. A1 Sport. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody that said Happy Thanksgiving. I hope and I'm trusting that everybody's having a good Thanksgiving so far. I am. Just a pre-recorded show. I did this early this morning before everybody got around the kitchen table. So I appreciate everybody that said Happy Thanksgiving. All right. Well, hey, that's the end of my show. Once again, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And don't forget my live show tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I got a live show with JR Boxing and Greg Said It, if they are available. Don't know if they'll be joining me tonight due to the holiday. No big deal, but I will be here since I missed last night. Ain't no way I'm missing tonight. I ain't missing tonight. But once again, hey, just in case I don't see you or hear from you, Happy Thanksgiving to you. May the grace of God continue to bless you as well as your entire family. Once again, you're watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. Until later on, peace.
Wizard.